Sad news, sad news. February 24th, 2019. He spent years fighting for the right to feed the homeless. Arnold Abbott dies at 94. Remember this gentleman. Even being arrested because he just refused to obey city ordinances, and he fed the homeless anyway. Abbott died Friday at 94. His family and attorney told the Sun Centennial, all these ads, I'm telling you. At the end, Abbott's resolve and charm softened feelings. Fort Lauderdale Mayor Dean told Miami Herald News partner CBS4 that the city was truly saddened by his death. He was courageous. He was a courageous individual and a champion for the underserved. His generosity, compassion, and selfless efforts to assist the most vulnerable members of our community left an indelible mark on our city and led us on a path to a brighter tomorrow. But Abbott's yesterdays weren't always as bright. In his adopted community, some felt he was breaking the law by flouting city ordinances on how and where to feed the homeless. Showdowns and honors. In 1991, for instance, he started feeding the homeless people he would see on and near Fort Lauderdale's beach. The gesture seemed kind, but in assembling volunteers, Abbott was basically providing a social service on the beach officials believed, and that they argued was not legal. There'd be many showdowns over the years, including an instance in 1999 when police were called out to move Abbott along. The sight would be a common one, as Abbott was frequently escorted out of the city parks and the beach, along with facing potential fines and jail time. On Christmas Day, 2014, the Miami Herald named Abbott, then 90, one of the angels among us. He earned the distinction for his indefatigable efforts to feed South Florida's homeless, founding a nonprofit in 1991. For instance, he founded the Maureen A. Abbott Love Thy Neighbor Fund, a feeding program he opened in memory of his late wife, who had been instrumental in inspiring Abbott to feed Fort Lauderdale's homeless. Abbott once told the Herald that he and Maureen would drive around Fort Lauderdale on a mission to help people on the streets. When they saw someone in need, he'd stop the car and she'd get out, drop a $20 bill on the ground and say, "Look, you must have dropped this." Her kindness appealed to Abbott. It's been a long day, everyone. At the start of Love Thy Neighbor, you'd find Abbott, who was Jewish. I didn't know that. Who was Jewish inside the kitchen of Fort Lauderdale's church. Christ Church helping his team prepare food for those in need. By 2004, the organization evolved to include a culinary training program, that also taught its students how to write resumes, dress for success, and handle job stresses, all under the guidance of Abbott and his volunteers. But in that holiday season of 2014, he had been arrested, and so was fighting Fort Lauderdale again over a city ordinance that regulated the venues that charitable groups use for feeding the homeless. Abbott's lawyers argue that the city's attempt to move him away from parks and the beach amounts to a violation of his religious rights. Amen. Former Herald columnist Fred Grimm reported, no other South Floridian's humanitarian spirit was made bigger headlines than that of 90-year-old Arnold Abbott. The Herald's editorial staff wrote in naming him one of South Florida's angels. Wow, this is just so sad that we lost one of our biggest fighters to advocate for the homeless. Abbott Arnold, in the arms of Jesus. And I know his struggles. I know the burdens that were on this man's shoulders, because they weigh heavy on mine.